You know, I saw this story twice, and each time I thought, there's no way I can make a video on this one. I mean, it's such a visual. How could I do a visual without the picture of the actual event? Well, there was a bald eagle at Oral Roberts University for a big ceremony in front of about 2,000 people. And the handler of this eagle was training this eagle where it was supposed to fly around this indoor auditorium in front of all these cheering people going, USA, 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 flying around and around a certain amount of times, and it was to come back on his perch. But instead, the eagle went boom, bam, and smashes into the window and falls down into the crowd. People were horrified, like, oh no, the symbol of America, American pride just dropped. But you know, if you want to see it, you could just Google bald eagle flies off course into a window and you could take a look at it. And I mean, it's only about a 15-second video. But I think there's something telling here. The United States has veered off course. I don't think it's by accident that this happened. You know, God in his infinite, beyond infinite wisdom and mercy just keeps giving us last chances, chance after chance after chance after chance. And you know, our country falls down another notch, another notch, another notch, another notch, another notch. Now, we could blame Obama for all this. And of course, he's at fault for so much of it. But there's so many others involved. But before we get done with all the finger pointing, you know, remember the old adage, when you're pointing one finger this way, there's three pointing back at yourself. We've got our own area of responsibility as well. Our nation is falling apart right now, morally, fiscally, philosophically, religiously. It's just falling apart, and it's falling apart fast. It's getting exponentially faster. It's a slippery slope downward. We have to do something about this. I mean, it's not the bald eagle going to a window and falling down that's the problem. The problem is we have fallen down as a nation. We're not reaching people. Those of us who are conservatives, those of us who are Christians or Jews, anything at all that represents Western thought, Judeo-Christian belief, we're losing. We're trying hard. It's not for want of trying, but we're losing. We have to get back pop culture. We have to win in the emotional arena. We can't just keep proving we're right, because we are right. I mean, our side is right. We win in the end. What comfort is there in that? A bunch of people being destroyed, lost, ruined lives? No. I mean, what we stand for is righteousness, but we can't fall into self-righteousness. We have to embrace higher righteousness and humble ourselves and reach out to people even on an emotional basis, because liberalism is emotionalism. To stay a liberal, you have to basically be deceived in a perpetual state of emotion and denial. And can you imagine one day if your whole life crumbled, you found out it was all built on a lie? Well, that's essentially what we're asking liberals to do, and atheists to do, and so forth. And they see our example, and they don't see a lot of love. So it's like, why should they care about what we're saying until they first know that we care? So let's not be like a bald eagle flying into a window and crashing and falling into the ground. Let's show some empathy. Let's show some sympathy. I mean, the people we're trying to win over, we're not winning them over. Pop culture keeps them in this web of control because it keeps telling what they want to hear. They're great. They're wonderful. Somebody should be powdering their face and wiping their nose and giving them handouts. And then if it feels right, do it, and all that junk. No, but we're really basically just giving the cold truth of realism. And cold truth is just that. It's cold. We need to have some warmth. I may turn off a lot of people who watch a lot of my cold truth videos because they'll think, what a hypocrite. He dishes it out. Well, that's right. It is hypocritical on my part to just dish it out and try to say, hey, do as I say, not as I do, or just do this without giving the compassion. We got to be there. We got to be there for people, help convert them to the right way of thinking, and be there for them, and not just, prove that we're right and they're wrong. It doesn't work that way. The liberals have a whole support system. It doesn't matter what their wrongness is. Each one could be, a blatant pervert. Another one could be a blatant bank robber. Another one could be an abortionist. I mean, the point is they have honor among thieves. It doesn't matter what their wrong is. They kind of coalesce around it. But they don't look at it that way. They look like they're the ones who care. And we're the cold-hearted conservatives, you know. So show some compassion. Witness to a liberal and do it from a perspective of that you care about them, and you know, and talk to them about their feelings. Kind of hold your nose internally and listen to them talk about abortion or homosexuality or whatever it is, or why you should raise the taxes because take care of the poor people that nobody else would take care of. Explain to them exactly how it works and how if there's lower taxes, it gives more money for us to show more efficient kindness to our fellow man. Anyway, I could rant all day on this, and I won't. That's my thought for the day, and I hope I'll do it myself and lead by example. Probably won't for a while. I'll probably have to fall down like that eagle a few times, but eventually maybe I'll hit my head enough and maybe practice a little bit what I'm preaching here today.